last we left off, the party had just finished their battle with Tara, who, in the moments of truth, took her own life rather than face the justice of the Bronze Toads. Yorlin finally made it to the party, quite shaken, and Bess and Doran took some time to fill him in on everything that had just happened and make preparations for what was next. Meanwhile, Six and Alistair scouted out the remainder of the dungeon of Shar, that is, or the crypt, finding a study and a small library from which they gathered more information on the activities of this Sharan cult. Eventually, though, the party made their way back up to the church proper, where Yorlin had gathered as many members of the church as he could as per Doran, the church's new leader's, request. They left Malcolm downstairs to survey the area and get to work brainstorming how to transform the cult dungeon into a usable space for the church. Doran and Yorlin together gave a speech explaining the situation to the assembled members of the church, officially stating Doran's place as leader and ensuring everyone was generally on the same page about the future of the church. Doran pardoned 2 guards who once served Tara and let a third walk away, warning him not to come back. As Rhythm shits out. As the party reconvened after the brief church meeting, Doran spoke with Savaris on the matters at hand, and Savaris informed him that rumor had it Light of the Cloaked Rangers had disappeared, which changed everything. Instead of checking out the tunnel systems beneath the church, Doran ushered the party back to Shinebright, where they could rest, regain their strength, and figure out what happened to Light. In Shinebright, the party took their much-deserved rest, gaining what information they could from Samael on the situation. And through Doran's arcane eye, they also discovered that a note in the Queen's handwriting was left on Light's desk. "I told you," is all it said. After a brief conversation with Ravina and a relatively restful evening, the party awoke the next day to breakfast, which Six had gathered for them. Alistair gave Bess a gift, and eventually the party broke their way into Light's office via Six's agile climbing and window-breaking abilities. Bess sat at the commander's desk, pulled out her orb, gave a brief and moderately loud scream for no reason other than to mess with the party, and attempted to scry on the commander. Mistra...
That's my girl.
Yeah, Mistra guided her below the ground, through caves and underground passages, until there was a blinding flash of white light in her mind's eye. Bess, you are looking at a cozy room with a wooden floor. A fire burns gently in a nearby hearth. The room is large enough that you cannot see it in its entirety. Let me just turn Rhythm down here a bit. There we go. You cannot see the room in its entirety, so it is large enough for that. And due to the limitations of the spell. But an ornate rug, and an ornate table, and a large, cushy chair adorn the area. Atop the chair sits the Queen, reading a book, who seems to have somehow become the focus of your spell instead of the commander who you were attempting to scry on. As you take in this scene, the party eagerly awaiting your surveying results once you finish a scry spell, the Queen looks up at your position in this scrying spell as if she can see you and says, "It's about time." Bess, you are still currently in your scry. What would you like to do?
Okay, is there something I can do? I'm scrying. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think all I can do is watch, right?
Mm-hmm. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just gonna keep an eye on her, or are you gonna what's your plan?
I guess I'm gonna look and see for any signs of the commander.
Okay.
And look around the room a little bit. I guess. Take
Okay.
a look at the surroundings, see if I recognize the room.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Well, I should probably get my character sheet up, huh?
Whenever you're ready.
What am I doing?
Perception, please. 17. Okay. Paying closer attention to the details of the room, the rug is very ornate and very clean, very unlike anything you've seen in Direwood lately, which leads you to believe perhaps there's magic involved. whether that just be illusion or prestidigitation, whatever it is. This room is oddly clean. The kind of clean that comes with magic. The blue chair that the queen sits atop also looks like what's the word? Exorbitantly comfortable and cushy. This is just a strange. You don't recognize this room at all. It is strange and wonderful and immaculately clean. The only thing you do recognize is her small blue orb, similar to yours. Other than that, due to the limitations of the scry spell, you see that the room extends out. What's the range on your site here?
Hang on.
Let's see if I can find it here. I want to say it's like 15 feet? Okay, the sensor moves with the target remaining within 10 feet of it. Okay, but I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Does it? It doesn't actually say anything about that? Huh. Okay. So it remains within 10 feet. It doesn't actually give a... Okay, I'll give you a little more then for your decent perception check. You can see... There's a set of double doors leading into the room. And beyond that, you think you see perhaps like a large king-sized bed with a bunch of pillows on it. Perhaps this is her bedroom. And beyond that, you think perhaps you see a large table. There may be people sitting at it, 1 to 4 people. It's hard to say at a certain point due to the scry's maximum range. You can't really tell. It gets really foggy and fuzzy. The best you can ascertain is that this is probably her bedroom, and there's a lot of magic going on here, but it's not much else you can tell.
Does she say anything else? Does she look at me?
She is staring at your... You know that, because you know the spell, if somebody can see invisible objects, they see basically like a little luminescent orb about the size of a fist hovering around them. So she's looking right, and you know she's looking right at it. And it looks like she's looking right at you, like, hovering 8 feet above her. When you realize you're hovering that far above, you look up, and there's maybe 5 feet more to the ceiling, so they're relatively high ceilings. You also notice lanterns lighting up the area. But that's about it. She's just staring at you. She has a book in her hands rather. But she's closed it now that you're here, and she's put her hand over the cover. And she's just kind of sitting there. She folds one leg up, leans back, and stares at you and smiles. And eventually, after about a minute, she says, "You won't get him back, unless perhaps you were to give me the scroll. My offer stands. Give me the scroll, give up your little scavenger hunt you have planned, and I'll leave. Poof, gone. I mean it, you have my word." Knowing you can't respond, she sits there and smiles for a bit longer. 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes. She literally just sits there and stares. It's kind of creepy how, intense she is and just staring at you. And she speaks up again. "Unless, of course, you don't all actually care about that bastard light, then by all means continue on your course towards suicide. Either way, I'll get something I want, I suppose." And eventually she kind of just looks back down, keeps her leg crossed, and starts kind of twiddling her thumbs. Looks at the book. She looks over in the direction where you think you see a table with people sitting there, gives a shrug, and looks back up at you. Another minute passes, 2, 3. You're pretty sure your scry spell is going to end quite soon.
Cool.
Okay. As your spell is coming to a close, she says to you, Well, it's been pleasant, but I think your time's almost up. If you want to come find me, there are plenty of paths that lead here, but I assure you, even if you make it here, you will be disappointed. Ta-ta. And she waves her fingers and you're gone. And Mistra pulls your consciousness back through the cave. There's a flash of white, and you're pulled back up over Direwood again. You get a brief bird's eye view, and then your body, your consciousness slams back into your body, and you, with a little jolt, wake back up. And the rest of you, after 10 minutes, see Bess just, and she's back, still holding the orb.
Do you have fun?
No, not at all.
I assume you explain everything that sort of went on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she takes a few minutes to explain that the scry went to the queen somehow, and what she said.
Would I know of any spells that would be able to intercept that sort of thing, or like, if the target is already dead, would it just default? Can I have some? Would I be able to use my knowledge of the arcane to figure out why I wasn't able to find him?
If make an Arcana check, actually. There are some things I'll just give you regardless of what you rolled based on your character and her knowledge, but I want to see what you get here. Natural 20, okay. There are a few things. Firstly, you aren't specifically aware of any spells that are meant to redirect scrying. And you know, if there were a spell like that, it would take a lot. You'd have to know exactly when somebody was going to cast a scrying spell, or know when one is being cast on you. There's a lot that would go in. Like, it's possible. Through magic, a lot of things are possible. But you've never heard of anyone doing something like this. The only other option is, with a nat 20, that your scry did land on the right person. But it is possible through magic to redirect scries. You just haven't ever heard of it being done. You know for a fact that one of your party members is currently wearing an amulet that completely negates scrying. So
Yeah, I think we should get rid of that. Who has that right now?
I do. You.
I think we
Wait,
should
what?
leave that in the office here. But didn't Light give that to us?
Yes.
So that she couldn't see what we were doing.
But given the fact that the spell that I cast, instead of taking me to Light, took me to the Queen, has me...
I
Interesting.
have a theory. I kind of look at Alistair, and my eyes rest on his ring and to his face. And I look at Bess. What if the spell didn't fail?
That's
Are you
where
saying
my
the
brain
Queen
went to first.
ate light?
I look at Six and squint slightly.
Alistair's fucking facepalm.
If, Alistair, what you've told me about that ring holds true, if we were to scry on that particular person, it would appear as though we're scrying on you, correct?
Possibly. I don't know. Bess, can you scry on souls?
Holden, would I be aware if I can scry on souls?
Let me pull the scry spell back up again. I'm gonna
I
say,
don't think...
as a DM, if the no, actually, I think I just know this. As long as they are on the same plane as you, theoretically, so I'm just gonna roll off that nat 20 on the Arcana and just assume Bess is really familiar with the scry spell. You're pretty certain that if a soul was for some reason on this plane, the material plane with you, you could theoretically scry on it.
Oh, yeah, theoretically, totally.
So, theoretically, as if she can trap him in something other than his own body, which we know is somewhat possible.
I know it is possible. I've done research on
I
how
glanced to Alistair pregnantly. I use pregnant again.
God,
I
just
cast
feel
pregnant
so
at 5th
fucking
level.
weird when people say that in that context. I don't know why.
Would
I
you
know
rather
some of
I
the-
burst it out loud by ejaculating? That's in one of the Harry Potter books.
That's
Hermione
a lot
ejaculated.
Baguette! Holden ejaculated.
Exactly. That's.
Holden
But
ejaculated
how
a
do you do
baguette.
that?
Holden ejaculated a baguette.
Boom!
Only
Dinner.
hope.
Dinner.
Hey man, regardless, I'll eat it.
I
Sorry.
have done research before on spells that could contain souls, and there is a few out there that would be able to do that without killing him.
So theoretically, even if it's not just a soul, if you can trap him in something, your spell didn't fail. It's just
Yeah.
we are in a very bad situation as she has him trapped, as she said. I mean, when she said we'd be sorely disappointed, correct? Because let's say, even if we get to her and beat her, if she has him trapped in a way that we can't get him out, I don't know if we can get him out.
Well, if at least we have that object, it is not hopeless.
Well, the thing is, if we just fought someone, and before we could take care of it the way we wanted to, they killed themselves. Let's say we win the fight, and before we can take care of that, she breaks the object or does whatever it needs to ensure light stays gone.
It would be a great loss.
So, what I'm saying is, I am under the assumption that I'm going to go with the guess that the spell didn't fail, because she's not that smart that she would know exactly when we're going to scry on her. At the exact second we're going to scry at the exact moment, because honestly, we are not that predictable. Because
Can I-
don't know when we're going to do anything.
But
This
if
is true.
Bess?
we've had this the amulet of non-detection, ow, do that, right, and yet seemingly somehow the queen has known where we are and continually sends goons after us. Can I take a closer look at the amulet?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Speaking of goon,
I want to see if it is serving the purpose it we think it is supposed to be serving.
Okay. There are specific spells for this kind of thing, so just doing it with your arcane knowledge, eyeballing it is going to be tough, but you can roll another arcana check.
Okay, let's instead do. I think I have detect magic. Would that help?
That would give you the School of Magic and tell you that it is magical if it is in fact magical.
evil boss, can I borrow a henchman? Sure, only a goonful.
Shut up.
I
Sorry,
said
I'm
that the
looking at
other
my
day to my
spells
brother.
to see what options I have to look.
No worries.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic then.
Okay.
And I do also regularly have the spell Non-Detection prepared.
Okay.
So with my knowledge from casting that spell, I don't know if that alters what information you would give me then, but I am familiar with the art of non-detection.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, and then see if investigate if the amulet is doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, make an investigation or arcana check along with your casting of Detect Magic. It's up to you. 6, okay. When you cast Detect magic. Firstly, because you're looking for it, you do find enchantment magic, which would be along the lines of something that would proof against detection, an enchanted item like this. However, you also sense a hint of illusion magic.
I
God
can't
damn
believe
it.
none of us have checked this before.
Well, Light gave it to us. We thought we could trust it. Are we? Can I investigate further as to what? I don't know how to ask for what information I'm looking for, Holden. I want to find out what the illusion is. I don't know what I need to do to find that out.
Identify?
Think any of us? I don't have that.
If anyone had it and had it prepared, that would certainly tell you what
I
you
don't.
wanted to know.
Do I
Probably.
have that?
I don't have it.
I
Oh,
It's a
don't.
pretty
I
high
do,
level
yes.
spell.
That's first level. I will cast Identify.
Okay.
That would have been helpful in the first place.
Never know.
Okay, identify. I would ask to be sure that you had it prepared, but given it's so early in the morning still, like you easily could have not figured out what spells you wanted to prepare, and that's just fine.
Slurpee.
Okay, if there's magic, there's properties and how to use
Here,
them.
I'll share with you my spreadsheet because you can see that this is one of the spells that I do actually regularly
Oh,
have.
no, that's perfectly fine. You can just tell me that and I believe you.
I just shared it, so.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Holden.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, okay.
Trust a little.
With the casting of Identify being compelled by this combination of different schools of magic, you ascertain that this is, in fact, an enchanted item. This is an amulet that has been enchanted, though it is not an amulet of proof against detection. It itself...
It's an amulet against extra detection. All she can do with it is identify where we are.
Yes. It, in fact,
It's a GPS
is
machine.
an amulet of scrying. It is a beacon of your location and has been modified with an illusion spell to make it appear as though it is an amulet of proof against detection.
Son of a bitch.
I will say that I was partially kidding, and now I feel bad.
I look at 6 and go. So do we trust him and go after him, or was he deceived, or do we say fuck him?
Want to tear this office apart and look for any incriminating information. That's what I vote we do.
I will slowly shut the door.
Okay. You're like, oh, okay, here we go. You shut the door, lock it quick.
I wonder if someone gave him the amulet, or did he... Do you think he's working with the queen?
Are you guys tearing through the office? Is that what you'd like to do as a party?
I will actually walk over to 6. 6. Do you think I don't have any pull around here? You could get a messenger to get this amulet in a package and as far away from us as possible.
It's a thought that immediately crossed my mind. Yes, Doran. Something of that caliber. Perhaps we hire someone to take it back to, what was the name of the little town stop that we ended up at?
Falkirk?
Falkirk. Maybe we do that. Maybe we send it off toward Priest. Yeah, it's a good thought.
Hey, Bess, quick
Why don't we
question.
just send it to the Sandlinet Forest? There's less people to hurt there.
Well, the thing is,
I will actually add, just in case this matters at all, Bess, you would guess something like this would probably be worth upwards of 300 gold.
Something like this could be worth upwards of 300 gold. Alistair, what were you going to say?
Can you banish an object, or does it have to be a person?
I believe banishment is creatures only. I could double check, but I'm
I think
fairly
it's
certain of
creatures
that.
only.
my,
I mean,
my
we could stick it in a bag of holding in the meantime, which would essentially put it on pause if I understand my magics correctly.
my problem is with this theory. anything we do that makes them think that we have figured it out fucks us. We have
need
to.
to be-
We don't want them to know that we know. We have the surprise finally. We won at this moment. In the words of Six,
But what if she's watching us right now?
I stick up my middle fingers and I just sort of turn around the room.
Just to be safe.
Oh, Alistair fucking face palms and he goes, just sit here for 10 minutes. Trust me. And he's gonna start casting, Private Sanctum.
Okay. So if you guys allow him the 10 minutes, he can, in fact, provide... How long does that spell last?
24 hours?
24 hours.
yeah, bitch.
Okay. Then, yeah, if you give him 10 minutes, you allow him to sit and prepare a little ritual, cast a spell.
I always figured I have this. I don't normally use it.
Quite certain that no eavesdropping can occur on you here.
You make a sanctum for your privates. Thanks, Jason.
Nice.
Chassis boat.
So, let's start tearing her up.
Okay. We can do this one of two ways. You can either make a group investigation check, or you can allow one person to roll it with advantage. That is up to you guys.
I want to investigate myself, so I think we should all do it.
All right, everybody roll me an investigation check. Also, just to be clear, are you guys tearing this office the fuck apart, or are you trying to be a bit more discreet?
A bit more discreet.
Okay, so you're not throwing everything left and right, but you are thoroughly going through everything. Yeah, why don't you guys make me an investigation?
Yeah.
11, 6, 7.
Not so much, yeah.
Allie?
Hmm?
Investigation?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Is it not sending?
I do not see it. I have a feeling
You
we're
did
gonna
not
get
cast
like
them.
we're gonna get like 4 investigations from Alistair in a moment here. Just there we go.
There we go.
Okay, so we got 11, 6, 7, and 16.
I think I clicked in between the two buttons. Like,
Oh.
that little, like, 4 pixel space. I think I hit that.
Okay.
And D&D was like, probably not.
What? Okay,
Good try.
you guys spend the better part of about half an hour going through. In fact, we'll just let me actually take you to the map here for a moment. Where are we? Shine bright. Here we go. If you go toward the center of the map, toward the small
Ding.
office, you guys spend the better part of half an hour searching through all of the scrolls, busting open the chest, going through his bookshelves and cupboards, searching all around the desk, looking at everything you can. You mostly find documents of old business of the Cloaked Rangers, old edicts and commands they have given out to the civilians, old patrol routes, dealings with merchants, a lot of logistical stuff. You do... Let me see. You do also find a very fine dagger that probably belonged to the commander.
Alistair would pocket that.
Yeah,
Did you
it
say
is.
belonged?
It belonged. I mean, it is in his office.
Oh my.
That
was a
wasn't
slip.
a slip, I promise you.
A
You do-
Freudian
you-
slip. He wants to sleep with the commander.
I do.
Oh, he wants to dagger.
I want his fine
Dagger. I
dagger.
hardly know her.
No. But this is a silvered dagger with ornate,
Ooh,
with an ornate.
fancy.
I watch Alistair take it. I'm like,
What's the word I'm looking for?
why?
Because I don't have an actual dagger. All I have are leaves that I can turn into daggers.
And just grabbing it, like
And this one's silvered.
yes, it is silvered, and just touching, like grabbing it, you take it, like Alistair. You're very familiar with fine, sharp objects, specifically tools. Just taking a look at this, you give it the kind of little test, like just a little finger test, give it a little point, and just barely
And the
touching
finger
it.
falls off.
Your finger, the tip of your finger just bleeds ever so slightly. It is a perfect clean little cut. This is a very, very nice dagger with an inscription carved into it in his name. It just says light. Actually in, what language? Yeah, just in common. But you would wager this thing's probably worth like 80 gold.
We could kill a vampire with that.
I would just take a sack of silver and beat it upside the head, and I think it's werewolves.
I think it might be both.
You might be right. Regardless, I'm more of a like put a sack, like take a sack and just fill it with silver coin and then smack it with that. I think it does the trick.
Right. Regardless, you do find this dagger. Other than that, if you guys are looking for something incriminating, something to lead you toward, something about the commander that perhaps you didn't know about, you're not finding anything. There's a lot of boring logistical stuff, and you don't even find any like personal journal or anything. In fact, there was a letter here recently. One of you know, Doran, I think you noticed. That's gone too.
Wait, the letter that said "I told you so"? Or
No, the note with the Queen's
Oh.
handwriting is still here. But Doran, you saw a letter with a Parisian seal on it. That is gone.
I look at 6. We might have to ask Ravina. All right, if you were us, where would we go? Where would be the 3 top places we would go next?
Well,
Okay.
she did warn us specifically against going after the items. Maybe we send it to one of the items we aren't actually going to collect, or like
Well-
the last item on our list.
Well, let's figure out what are we doing.
You see an opossum run outside throughout Shine Bright out the window.
Good.
Sorry, just had to throw that in there. Go on.
Arson?
Slop?
Is it a suspicious looking possum?
You don't know why, but you have a feeling its name is Slop. But move on.
Cameo.
Cameo. What is this, a crossover episode?
Okay, what are we doing? We have 24 hours to talk. We should probably get Ravina in here to ask if she knows where her father got this amulet. We need to figure out where we're going, what we're doing with the amulet. If we should just say fuck it and continue down our path towards the scroll.
Well, I hate to be any sort of what I appear to be about to be. But
You are the oldest. You are the most mature.
well, light would be a loss, but not the end all of the region if we are having to consider that. I don't think we need to let, unfortunately, light individually distract us from our overall plan to stop the evilness that would overwhelm this area.
So, let's start with what we are not doing. We are not giving the queen the scroll, correct?
Correct.
The table. That is off the table. All right.
Yes.
So, so that's off the table. We are not just going to run away and say forget it all. Correct?
Sure.
I mean, you could.
Thanks, Holden.
That's an option.
I know it's an option. I'm trying to take it off the table.
It's off the table. She doesn't get the scroll.
Okay, but I'm saying we're not running away and saying fuck Direwood. Let's go be hermits.
No.
All right.
No, we're not doing that either.
I just want to take things off the table so we have. So far our options are say fuck it. Let's go gung ho and attack her. Hope to save someone's life and not all die in the process.
Well, we also don't know where she is.
Correct. But she said there was paths to her, most likely lined with horrifying traps that will maim us.
Or a secret back door from the church right to her bedroom.
I can hope not, but wouldn't surprise me. Okay. We can say send the amulet in the opposite direction we're going. Resume search for the items needed for the scroll.
That sounds like a plan.
We could say So, I just want to figure out what we're doing.
Uh, I believe we're going after the other items required to cast the spell here.
And in doing
Are we
so,
not in agreement on that?
if we're doing that, I do believe the Queen's message was we are forfeiting light.
Didn't she also say it was a mission of suicide?
Yes, but I also that might just be to dissuade us. Both of them could be. I'm going off the fact that I don't think it's easy to kill us. If she's already captured light, she can most likely kill him.
Oh,
I haven't left.
No, it was just rhythm disconnected for some reason. That's
Weird. I
Bye.
thought, I'm so used to just randomly disconnecting in the middle of everything.
all. Nope, it's just rhythm. I can't get it back now.
Well,
so the way I see it is we can continue with the path that we have sort of set out for ourselves, or we could just stop and wonder where light is for a while. And I don't think we're going to get any closer to finding out where light is.
I mean, I'm
The fact
sure,
that I wasn't able to find him from the scrying spell is evidence enough that we won't be able to find him.
There we go.
I'm sure, in all honesty, if we really tried to, we could find him. I'm confident of our abilities, probably to a fault at this point.
Let's break it down like this. Let's assume right now light is alive. What would we do? Would we go after light, or would we continue with the scroll?
Well,
If we were guaranteed, if we knew for a fact that he was alive and we could potentially go get him, would we choose to do that?
would we? I'm looking at it more this way. If we choose to save him, and more people die, he is going to be so angry with us
Yes.
for not saying sacrifice him for the greater good.
So it sounds like you're leaning towards sacrificing in either direction.
My thought process is Mages Guild for the diamonds, Ground Zero for the hysterium.
If he's working with someone against us in tandem, then I don't know. I kind of am a little bit suspicious of him now because of that amulet.
Hey, I think we go save the world.
Well, yeah, but
All right, then
What about him?
what do we do with the amulet?
I think giving it to someone, potentially.
why don't we just break it?
Because
Well, then it would be broken. We couldn't use it to our advantage that way.
we have
Fair.
the advantage. She, as far as we are concerned right now, she does not know that we know that this is a tracking beacon. With that information, we can send it somewhere in one direction and have her follow it, giving us a pass. But the only negative is if she so chooses to scry on us, she can. And notice that we are not with the beacon.
So I believe we can't count on the beacon. I think it would be foolish to do so at this point, but there is a possibility it can still help us out. So I say we go ahead and give it a shot. The worst that's going to happen is nothing.
No, the worst that is going to happen is that whoever we give the beacon to gets ambushed and killed.
So we don't give it to a person. We put it on a raft and float it down the river.
That would work. Or, Alistair,
Mm-hmm.
how much weight can your controlled birds carry?
I cannot control animals anymore.
Well, fuck. Can I do anything that would help us?
The fact that we're not wearing, if she notices that we're not wearing the amulet, that's going to raise more red flags and cause her to scry. on us.
Quite possibly. So, again, I don't think we can trust the amulet. I think we could use it potentially for a temporary distraction, nothing more. I think that's the reality we look at. Either we make a base attempt to buy us a little bit of time, where it's not going to bite us in the ass at the end, where we don't give it to someone who's going to be slaughtered. If potentially
Why don't we just leave it here in his office?
well, and if that is the choice we make, we abandon the attempt to use it to our advantage, and that's fine. We just don't have that option. What I'm saying is the only option we have is to use it as potentially a temporary distraction. But if we choose not to use it at all, that's totally fine as well.
I'm just trying to think.
Alistair's spell will also hold here for 24 hours. So if you did leave it in the office, if it is a very temporary, distraction, then basically, as far as the user on the other end is concerned, you guys have just vanished. And if you leave it in here, you will have vanished for 24 hours. Just remind you that that spell is in effect in this office.
Thank you for updating us and reminding us about your spell, Alistair.
Yeah, no problem.
Alistair says. Yeah.
So, I guess... Alright then. We take the amulet, we leave the room, we come back in the room, and then I say, fuck it. We go after the Mages Guild. And go for our diamonds.
Sounds fine to me.
And then we need the diamonds. We need our artifacts, our personal artifacts. I have mine. I don't know if you guys have yours. And then we save the world.
Well, we give it one hell of a shot.
I guess. Well,
So, it sounds to me like possibly your plan right now is to leave the amulet here and go back to the Mages Guild underground area to collect diamonds first?
Actually, Doran, theoretically, we could keep the amulet on us, and I could just make a new room like this every 24 hours.
why would we keep it on us?
You're right, I'm dumb.
But elaborate on why would we bring it with us?
No, you're right. My brain was like, if we just keep it in rooms that she can't see. And I'm like, wait, why don't we just leave it? Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So you're leaving it here.
is that the consensus? Okay.
If it's only going to
Then we'll
buy
leave
us
it here.
about 24 hours regardless, is there any place in the room that it's pretty easy to hide?
I mean, you could put it in the chest. You could hide it in one of the cupboards. You could slip it into one of the scrolls. I mean, it's a smaller amulet.
Floorboard.
I would like to grab a piece of paper, write "with love the toads" and a smiley, and kind of give it a little smiley face.
Yep.
Wrap it around the amulet
Mhm.
in the chest, and then shut the chest.
Okay.
So, figuring if they're gonna find it, it'll be one of her people who finds it.
Yep.
And she'll get the message.
Okay. So
I sign it as pretty as possible.
sure. With Doran's expertise, not hard to do. There's a gorgeous little signature, a big fuck you a polite fuck you at the bottom. Right. With that, the amulet is stored away, locked away. You have 24 hours of distraction potentially. Where are you guys headed? Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've been disconnected? No? Well, that was weird.
Hey.
I disconnected for a whole 5 seconds. That was weird.
Dude,
Anyway,
you need to stop doing that.
sorry, I just can't help
Glad
it.
to have you back.
I got an itchy disconnecting finger. Anyway, so you guys have hidden away the amulet.
Got an itchy disc. Yuck. Yuck.
I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna do it. Sorry, that was uncalled for. Where are you guys going?
Is that what people sound like when they're itchy? Shit.
That's how college guys sound, or our graduates when they're itchy, Isaac.
Oh, thanks.
When you'll get there.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking annoying.
I'm working
like-
on it.
Yeah. Where are you guys headed? What's your next move now that you have hidden away the amulet? It is still let me actually pull you back over here because I
It's
have the
8
time
p.m.
there. It is about 10:30, 11 a.m. nearly, so you still have much of the day.
Okay.
Perhaps this will just help slightly in deciding what you want to do next. We'll put you over here.
Someone either tell Ravina or get her the message that we're heading out on our to save her dad, or don't lie to her, or
I say we confront Ravina. Tell us the truth. Is your father the queen?
I think that's a bad idea after we just told her her father is missing.
No, he's the king. The king of music.
The king of queens.
He's the king of my
Cuts to
heart.
light playing the saxophone in a dimly lit room.
Lit by candles.
All right. To the Mages Guild then.
All right, you guys are gonna head to the underground library.
I believe that's where we're going.
All right, I have marked on my map. It was so you'll head over
God,
here.
water's so fucking good. What the fuck?
All right, that'll be just about, if you guys keep a good pace, just a couple hours or so to that location.
That's a good pace.
Okay.
Okay.
As you guys head out, actually no, I don't need any d6s rolled. You guys can just go there. So,
Good.
you head
I
out
was
from
gonna roll a
Shinebright.
D6 anyway.
You can if you want.
I wasn't going to.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, fuck you. I will then. Oh, you're fine. Okay, so you guys make your way over to the area you remember was the secret entrance to the Mages Guild underground library labyrinth thing. Is there anything you'd like to do before you enter? Or are you gonna head right in?
I'll look around and go, all right, guys, remember, don't touch the fucking eyes on the ground. And
Don't what?
Don't touch the eyes on the ground, and music seems to stop them.
Oh, that's right. I remember
Yeah.
that.
I figured a little update might keep us from dying.
It might.
Thanks.
All
Thanks,
right,
Doran.
do we remember what ones were the diamonds? The blue ones?
Maybe.
You're the one who brought them to our friend, the originator.
That is true.
Yes, I believe they're blue. I think I had a decent chunk.
Because the other ones were the hysterium that wasn't good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was blue.
Yeah.
Hold on, do I remember if it was blue?
Yes. It basically, growing in the bushes, it looked very. If you just presented it to somebody without telling them where you got it, it could pass as a diamond. They look like diamonds. And as you learned from Waylon over in Priest, they are basically synthetic diamonds, so they're not hard to pick out.
Okay.
And we know how much we need.
You know that you need 500 gold worth. Would any of
So a
you
shit
know how
ton.
to value a diamond?
Nope, a shit ton.
How much did I get for the piece that I gave him? Because I had a relatively small piece.
Yeah, you guys had several.
I think I got like 80 gold.
Yeah. You can kind of, I will say, you can kind of guesstimate based on the prices you got from Waylon, though you don't know, you don't know how much the scientific endeavor of understanding these things valued into him paying you for them. Like, you don't know how much of it was him buying diamonds from you and buying them for research. So, like, you have a very rough idea of how much you'd need to collect.
Gotcha.
All right, we just fill our pockets and bags with diamonds. Seems to be the game plan.
Okay. We'll do that then.
Yeah. How many did we need?
500 gold.
500 gold pieces worth?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, try to
50
wrap it as much
platinum
as
worth.
possible.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
understand how this works now.
It's a bit heftier.
5,000 silver.
Okay, then I need
It's actually
to bring
50,000
you guys
copper
back
worth.
here. So you guys are just heading down. No preparations of any
going
kind.
To look around and be slow about it. I'm
Okay.
not just gonna.
Do you guys
run
wanna stealth in?
gung-ho. Well, I seeming that she knows what we're looking for, yes, I would like to be slow and methodical about this. Because if it's a suicide mission, she might be waiting for us.
Okay. Why don't you all make me a stealth check as you duck into the secret passage near the Mage's Guild Tower and start to walk your way through the underground tunnel you remember leading you to this area.
Stealthy.
I want diamonds.
All right, so I got Dorn with a 21, Bess with a 19, Allie with a 7, and 6 with a 19. Okay. With that, as you guys start making your way down, as you enter here, I'll pull you onto the map. As you enter, you recognize you see the familiar space, this beautiful bioluminescent space, large cavern area, and as you enter, Alistair inadvertently trips on a loose stone. But given the rest of your high stealth checks with a 21, I'll say Doran, you just catch it with one arm. And you're like, and Alistair just like Michael Jackson, just like Michael Jackson leans back up, gives you a nod, and you guys quietly quietly make your way through. So where are you gathering diamonds? Where are you guys going?
A chest?
Yes, that was a
We
chest.
opened those chests.
I believe you did. I believe there are armor parts in that chest.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
Doran just starts to look around in the bushes and everywhere he remembers. Just kind of glancing very slowly.
Mhm.
And just basically filling his bag with handfuls of anything. Just glancing around.
Yeah. Would you all move your tokens to areas where you would be like to be picking the diamonds out of the bushes?
Instead of picking, I would want to be keeping an eye out between these two tunnels for
Okay.
anything coming.
All right.
Just keeping an eye out.
Bess very quietly takes up a sort of watch position. Wait, where did 6 go?
He went north looking for diamonds.
Oh, okay. 6 just starts continuing down the path north, moving away from you guys. Alistair, where are you headed?
Fucking idiot.
Oh, it's not letting me move it.
It's not?
Oh, I had to move my cursor across the entire screen.
Weird.
Where was the place? Up in here.
Okay, you're gonna move over there looking for diamonds.
Here?
Everybody,
Back where I took that nap. That
Yes.
nice nap and that nice
go back
ass
to your
chair.
nice nap spot. Bess, would you make a perception check for me as you're keeping watch? Everybody else, roll.
I mean,
and
if everybody else just marched past, then I'll look for
I
them.
did not march fast, but seems like everyone else is.
so you'd rather just start looking for diamonds as well?
Yeah, since we're not being careful.
Okay. Everybody, please make
As
me
far
an
as
investigation
Alistair's
check.
concerned, we've already been here, and there's nothing really to
Mhm.
be worried about.
Investigation.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that. That's an old initiative. Actually, I should clear that out. That's the old initiative. Sorry, I was just doing that. Wrong button. Let's see. We got 21 for 6, 25 for Allie, 7 for Dorn, and 16 for
Nice.
Bess. Okay. With those rolls, let's see. 6. Here, let me do this quick. 6, as you're exploring further north, you do actually find. Let me do this quick. Did not expect you to go this way. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay. You do find another one of those portals that you guys had not actually seen before. as well as what seems to be another offshoot of the passage with another set of armor nearby, one of the arcane eye runes. I presume you do not go toward that.
I do not.
Yeah, and
I'm
you
just gonna
start.
be kind of looking in this bush for the moment.
Yep. You all immediately start finding diamonds of varying sizes. See, between the four of you, I'm gonna have to keep track over here.
Guys, there's another eye over here.
Don't touch it.
6 shuts
Shouldn't
out.
we just disarm it?
It's an eye. You can't disarm it.
Well, disarm the trap.
Okay.
But it's not an arm.
But shouldn't we disarm it anyway?
As you guys are discussing this, you also start to gather, via just calling out what you're finding, that you probably, between the four of you right now, have about 200 gold worth already, is your best guess, in diamonds. Okay. As you are all looking about, Bess, I'm so sorry. You went to the wrong spot. Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oof.
Oh.
This just in. Best fucking dies.
No. That's a good
6
save.
is like, no.
Not
No.
this time.
With a 19.
Not today, Satan.
I'm gonna give you attention.
Unfortunately, that is a failure. As you notice, an old friend dropped down from the ceiling on top of you. As it lurches down, you quickly notice that it is different. Your old spider friend looks like he's been repaired and rearmed, now looking less like a spider and more like a spider-scorpion hybrid with a massive flail stinger emitting electric energy behind it, and it screams out with this guttural mechanical as it falls down on top of you.
I
And
knew we should have taken that thing with us.
you are
I
going to
fucking
take...
hate you. We're not gonna have this argument.
Bess, you're going to take 10 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled as it slams down on top of you, and all of you hear this roar and a mechanical and Bess scream out. And now we're going to have to roll initiative.
Okay.
I blame you, 6.
Clara,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I swear to God, that is
consistently
where
cheated
it was
with us
waiting,
before.
and you were the one person that happened to go there.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Great.
I just feel bad.
You should.
It's your fault. Be a better person. Better pizza.
Pop it, Holden.
And again, you guys can all fix your own initiatives as they come up.
Oh, I forgot I have to do that. God. Maybe if Holden was better.
Maybe if Holden was a better DM, am I right?
Hey Holden, I have an email from a guy in my class who wants to have a 10 to 20 interview with me, a 10 to 20 minute interview with me on college friendships tomorrow.
What the fuck?
Sounds very lonely.
I'm gonna talk all about Holden.
Please don't. We don't want to give him the wrong idea.
It's for his senior capstone project, Holden. I gotta help him.
We don't want to make him think that like college is the absolute worst and you just meet the worst people.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now what do you roll, buddy? Oh. Okay.
And that one, with a modifier of -7,
Not quite.
so he doesn't get a go.
He rolled a natural 19.
With a modifier of -100.
Or actually, since he rolled a natural, that would be that. But regardless. No, wait, no, it wouldn't. I was right the first time. Sorry. So, as you're all spread out and you start to call out how much diamonds you've grabbed, you think you have, what did I say, about 200, 250?
200 is
range.
what you had said.
200 about in gold.
Well, now it's 250. So
No, it's not. As this mechanical
Damn it.
scream rains out throughout the cavern, and you hear this sound of electrical sparking all over as it lands on top of Bess with a mechanical thud. And Bess, you're looking up at it, grappled and restrained on the ground, and this very spider-like maw unhinges and looks down at you and breathes a fiery breath at you. As it moves, since it has you restrained, to hit you with its lightning flail, which just shoots underneath it through its back and goes to hit you from below. That will be a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, as the flail shoots down beneath, you're going to first take 11 points of lightning damage,
Nice.
and then 19 points of bludgeoning damage. It'd actually be in the other order, but it's fine. 19 points of bludgeoning and 11 points. So I think 30 points total is the damage you just took.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I've been doing the pieces. What?
I'm sorry. 11 and then 19.
Okay.
And just a reminder, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. You did get with the long rest, your 15 HP back that you had lost the max on, in case you haven't done that yet.
Oh, excellent.
I have not.
Yep, so you can add that 15 health back. Sorry, I meant to throw that at you at the beginning of the session. And also, 6, you no longer have a wounded condition because you rested. But I think I'm mostly the one keeping track of that, so. Sorry, Claire, if you need a moment to figure that out, I just threw a bunch at you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I got it.
Yeah, so you got 15 max back, and then you're deducting 30.
Nice.
So
Not from
really,
your
you're
max,
only
though.
taking 15 damage.
Yeah, I mean, sort of, I guess. Not really, but yeah.
Well, it also damaged me when it hit me, right?
On the grapple attack?
No, that was just to pin you. You didn't actually take
okay.
damage, but you were pinned down. You were restrained. You're grappled.
Oh, okay.
I mean, theoretically, yeah, this giant machine slamming down on top of you would cause damage, but that's not how its attack works. So, nah, you're fine. I'm not going to do that to you. With that, as this giant mechanical spider scorpion machine,
A giant enemy spider.
Yeah. Slightly familiar to some of you, lands atop Bess and swings its flail scorpion tail underneath it to hit her in the side, and there's a loud crunch as she screams out in pain. Bess, it's your turn, actually. What will you do? You can take an action to make an acrobatics check to try to escape its grasp. Otherwise, being grappled does not stop you from casting a spell or attacking in any other way.
I'm going to use my 4th level spell, Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
So any creature within 10 feet of me that's attacking me must succeed a dex saving throw, or else they will take 20 radiant damage. And on a success,
Okay.
then they take 10 radiant damage instead.
And that was a 10 foot?
Within 10 feet of me, yes.
Okay. I'm just going to put this on you here so that we remember. Whoops. Let me move him real quick. I'm gonna try to be better about marking things so that like everyone can see. Can you see that circle I put on you? Why isn't it showing up for everybody else?
Because you're bad.
I can see the circle.
You can see it? Okay, as long as you can see it, that's what matters. So that you can keep track and remember that you have that set up. Okay. And does that take effect right away, or is it... I'm sorry, remind me?
I think it's right away. Let me double check.
Sure thing. There's Guardian of Faith.
Yeah, Guardian of Faith.
Appears and hovers in the...
Guardian of
Okay.
Faith.
For the first time on a turn, must succeed
Okay. Hostile 2 moves within 10
a
feet.
dex saving throw.
Okay.
So would that be on its next turn then?
Yeah, technically it wouldn't happen right now. It wouldn't take that damage, but if on its next turn it's in your space still, I think, yeah.
Okay, good. That's it.
Okay. Okay. With that, you guys watch as a spectral form of a peasant-looking girl kind of hovers over Bess and extends her arms around and starts to wrap them around Bess in a 10-foot radius. And you can feel the heat emanating from this. 6, you hear Bess scream.
Okay.
It is your turn.
All right. Free action or bonus action. Activate Boots of Speed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Oh, you did.
And whoa, where'd my measure? There we go. All right. So there's a 30.
Mm-hmm.
I am at So my base is 50, so
Yep.
doubling that to 100 for
Oh,
the
boy.
first turn. Okay, so 30 and an additional 20. So essentially here for my first movement.
Yep.
And then second movement, here's a 15
It was about there, I think.
and 30, 35. So right about here.
That's where you can get.
That's where I can get.
All right, best as you
And
cast this.
I've-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I've used my bonus action to activate the boots, so that is my movement or my turn.
Okay, so Bess, as you scream out and you cast the spell to try to call upon Mistra to help protect you, you're looking around to see what your friends are doing, and you see Six, who you knew ran way deeper into the cavern. You see him round the corner at lightning speed toward you. Alistair, what will you do?
Probably cry. Do I hear her from where I am?
Oh, absolutely. You can see it too. Yeah.
Alright.
You also see Six with glowing boots just zipping around the corner toward her, superhero style.
Then I will. Oh shit! I forgot to even count. 15, 20, 30. Then I'm going to.
Sweetheart.
Would you like to guess what I'm gonna do?
No, go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm assuming I can guess. It's gonna be fiery.
Oh, right, because you can just.
6, I trust you.
Acceleration.
Thank you. Whoa.
Are you gonna
Okay.
resist?
Yeah, you feel a magical
I do
force like
not.
push on your back and push you. Are you pushing him right toward the creature?
Right here.
Right there?
Oh wait, yeah. Can you go over this?
Yeah, that's just a bush.
Oh, then yeah, I'd accelerate him kind of upwards like this. So like he'd go up and had some momentum going forward,
Yeah, sure.
up in the air.
So you just poof him toward the spider scorpion thing.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Six, did you use your action in that last turn?
Yeah, I ran.
Okay. All right.
twice.
So,
Yeah, I
so
did full on.
okay. What's the
Give him a reaction.
The
Come
target
on.
becomes prone and takes 1d4. I'll tell you what. You're pushing him right toward it. Six. I'm gonna allow you one free Superman punch for Alistair's use of his spell. You hear him call it Six. I trust you. And you're like, oh shit, something's about to pull. And as you're flung forward, you raise your fist instinctually and bear down on this beast. Yeah. And I'll allow you, if you hit, to add that extra D4 of damage from his acceleration.
Okay.
Yeah, so roll that extra D4. That 23 will hit. So you can add an extra D4 to that.
Boom. 1.
One. Okay.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Every bit counts. So you're blasted forward. Superman punch into this beast, and there's a loud clang that echoes throughout the cavern, and it hardly seems to notice.
Okay.
Your fist hurts just like a little bit, just from the
Sure.
extra momentum, and you made a little dent in its metal armor hide. Didn't seem to do a lot.
Okay. No worries.
And let's see.
Dude, that's such. Can you imagine like fan art of that, of like Six just Superman punching with Alistair in the background, pushing him like with magic. Superman
That's
punching the
awesome.
spider. That's so sick.
I think that is what I'm gonna do this turn.
Okay.
I use
Doran.
movement as well, so yeah.
You hear all this happen. The loud clang as Six smashes into it. You look back.
I go, Scouter! And I'm gonna cast on everyone, including the fucking spider.
Okay.
See you later, Squidinator.
Do you all allow this to happen to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Spider will make a wisdom save. Sure. Why not? Nope. Okay.
He fails?
Yeah.
I'm moving him 120 feet as far away that I can see.
Okay, that
Drop
you can
him
do.
over the
It's
edge.
gonna be.
Edge.
Nope, he has to be on the ground. It is in the restrictions of the spell.
Okay, so spider's gone. You-
That, knowing that he fails and moving him, I move everyone else towards me and go, we have to fucking plan. That thing fucking sucks.
yeah. So I'll just toward you in general.
Yeah, just.
I'll just kind of them over here like this then. And Mistra, this visage of Mistra is still just kind of hovering over Bess, like hugging the area around her.
It's fixed to the point.
Oh, it's fixed to the point. Oh, my mistake. I thought it
So-
was on you. That's why I put the thing on you. My
So
mistake.
at least we have a guard right in that spot.
You do. Let me get an accurate
But it
representation.
won't do
of that.
any.
If it comes through, won't it? If that spider comes back through, won't it hurt it?
I believe it was. Yeah, theoretically it could. Oh, that's
Everybody pile in there. Just fuck it.
If you got it to go, that was the area, I believe. Does that look like right, Clara?
Yeah.
Okay. So that area, she's still kind of hugging that area. If you can get it to go through there, yeah, it'll fucking hurt it.
Seeing that, I am going to go 10, 20, 30. And position myself and go, we'll have it fight in there. But now we have time. And
Okay.
it's not ambushing someone who we don't want to die, which is all of us.
Okay. If that's you, what's its speed here? Okay. It is going to. You hear a clunk, 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 clunk as its mechanical legs just dig into the earth down here and start sprinting toward you. And it opens up its large maw, which unhinges again, and it lets out a fiery breath. Like you can see bouts of fire coming out of its mouth as it angrily charges towards you all with another. And it's gonna be 5. Oh, let's move you. 5. Why can't I move you? Here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's going to dash 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And it's going to land right outside the area here. All right. With that.
So, quick question, sorry.
Mhm.
Is how do we know how far down the drop is here?
No.
Okay.
It's dark beneath there. You cannot see.
Interesting. He got back very fast.
Yes, he did. I thought we had a little bit more time. I did not anticipate him moving that quickly.
Here,
I
give me
could
one moment.
theoretically do it again.
Use all of your spatter. You can either scatter, 5 different creatures, or you can scatter one creature 5 times.
I mean, no.
Go 1,000 feet away.
Technically, I could do that my 6th spell slot 3 times, just because of sorcery points. No, twice. I think twice. Yeah. So so I could get it back and do it again, and buy us another 2 turns. But at that point, all I'm doing is pushing it farther away.
Okay, sorry, I was just rereading Guardian of Faith here. Yeah, Clara, it can, literally, if it moves into the space, this creature is technically hostile to you. It doesn't have to be specifically attacking you. If a creature that is hostile to you, such as a spider, moves through it at all, enters that space on its turn, it takes the damage. You don't have to be in there. And it doesn't have to specifically be attacking you. Okay. But now that it makes it... Oh, no, it can't attack. It uses its action to dash. So that's it. Clara, Bess, it is your turn.
I guess I'm gonna try to hit it with 2nd level guiding bolt.
Okay. Alistair, you hear the charge up of her spell, and you just like, oh, no, and you duck down as she...
I counterspell it. No, I'm kidding.
I counterspell it. No!
Hey, don't.
All right, let's see it.
I'm working on it. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Jason, what you eating?
The 12.
Chicken tenders and French fries.
Chicken
Real shit?
tendies.
Nice.
Nice. A 12 does not hit. So you this arcane blast energy emanates from your hand and across the battlefield, and the spider just, you watch as all 4 of its legs just crumple and it onto the ground, and the blast goes right above it,
Oh.
and it stands
Motherfucking
back up.
spiders.
So that is your action. You still have movement and bonus action.
I'm gonna move to be over here on this side of the guardian, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so you move over to try to lure it into that. 6. You see everybody moving over there.
Well, I go this way.
Okay.
And I will take a full attack at that, which gives me 2 attacks. Oop, motherfucker. Move.
All right, so you move
Oh,
up into
Jesus
its
Christ.
space. You're good. You're good.
I do. And
You're gonna
womp
start-
womp. Let's give it
Then I started
2
blasting.
punches.
All right.
Exactly.
Womp womp.
Whoops, not armor. Weapons. 1 fist. A 1 foot.
A nat 20 and then a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay, both of those hit. So it's gonna be 16. So you run forward and using Alistair's idea, you go for another Superman punch, and this time right above its like unhinged maw shooting fire, you just into it, and you hear a as you dent into the metal, and it looks up at you angrily. You can't really tell. And as you're like, all right, you give it another poof right in the same spot and dent it further, dealing
You've given it a headache.
You've given it a hefty blow here. It's gonna bring it down to that much health.
Ooh, that's
Okay,
the best kind of blow.
a hefty one. Alrighty. With that, anything else you'd like to do?
No.
No. Okay.
Thank you.
Alistair, you watch 6 rush forward and bear down on this thing. What would you like to do?
So are the bushes like regular bushes?
They are purple. So no, and they also grow diamonds. What are you getting at here?
Would I know if they're flammable?
Oh, they appear to be. Yeah.
Don't like that. I have no idea if this thing can fucking understand me either. Big nuts, balls even. Whoops.
Accidentally blight. Okay. And that is necrotic damage. Let me just see
You see
here.
him visibly. I don't like using this.
Okay. He looks visibly angry at having to use this, but that is going to be a DC 17 con save. What is your constitution?
Better than yours, Holden.
It is because
Look at all the numbers if you hover over the 17.
he rolls. What's that? Oh, what the fuck? That's weird.
I have no idea.
That is a total of 18, so he does succeed.
Yeah, well, he's a shitter, so.
But he's still going to take 20 necrotic damage as you watch some of 6 specifically the parts that you punch, some of the dents in it start to just fade, like rust away and crumble around it.
Ooh.
And
Alright.
does do some damage.
My brain went. They're gonna leak oil, but they also for some reason said baby oil, and I was like, "What's baby oil?"
It's
No.
oil made from babies.
It actually, with that, you can see as parts of it start to rust away where 6 has already dented it. You can see spouts of fire start to shoot out of the holes within it.
Oh, shit.
Do I have verbal? Can I say words?
Sure.
Since it's still my turn and all I've done is cast the spell.
Go ahead.
6, try
I think
dousing
if
it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I think if the question is, do I have verbal, the answer is no.
Mayhaps I use a verbal.
Doran, what you doing?
Actually, sorry, I forgot to move. I'm gonna move.
Oh, go
back
ahead.
here as well.
That's all right. All right, you move over behind Bess's spell as well.
I will start with the tried and true Chaos Bolt, which I almost just rolled alarm, which would have done nothing for me.
Chaos Bolt. A 23 will hit it. You rolled
But I
six.
rolled no, I rolled a 4, a 1, and a 1, so that doesn't matter anything. I'm gonna go with the 4 for force damage.
Okay.
So it's gonna do the 6 force damage. Okay, and then I am going to 2 sorcery point. Up. For a quick firebolt.
Okay.
is not
How
bad.
much damage did it actually take though?
6 force damage.
Just only 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little it blasted a little bit. And then you're gonna quickly cast a
Yeah,
firebolt
yeah.
as well with a 13. As the force pushes it, you quickly summon some of your energy to fire another firebolt at it, and just over it. Doesn't quite make contact given the force damage that was just pushed with. Anything else for your turn?
I will
I think you still have
Back.
movement.
move a little farther back.
Okay. It is the spider's turn. Let me just check something here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. It turns to kind of face all of you, and you watch as it its mouth unhinges again, and then 2 more side compartments flap open on its mouth, and it rears back and roars, and a mighty burst of fire emanates from it. And I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw as it launches a 60-foot cone.
Can't attack me if you can't see me.
What?
What?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh, the camera found you.
Ruined it.
Okay,
Dex saving throw.
please.
Here it comes.
Only if you ask nicely.
Oh, what the Oh boy.
Surprisingly, Bess is the only one that succeeds.
There's no wireless transmitter in range.
Oh no. Anyway, so as this arc of fire blasts across the entire cavern, Six, you're caught off guard, and you do definitely like bend down quickly out of the way, but you're still so close in proximity, you're still gonna take the damage. Bess, on the other hand, drops down very quickly and rolls out of the way, whereas Alistair and Doran aren't quite quick enough, and you guys are blasted with it as well.
She ducks behind Alice there.
Fucker.
So, you are all...
Survival instincts kick in.
Yeah. Let's see here. It's going to be okay. 10 plus.
Ugh, I'm not very good at
I'm sorry, my mom messaged me. How much damage did I take?
we don't know yet.
Well, I'm figuring that out right now. You all take
Okay.
only 10 fire damage, but then you also, as the fire lands on you, it sticks like alchemist fire. It starts to burn, and you're going to all take as well another 14 damage. So 24 total, except for Bess, you're only taking 12. And that fire is sticking on you, and I'm going to give you all a little something here. We'll do that. If you are marked with a symbol...
I'm sorry, 17 was a fail?
Yep.
Ooh.
So as this fire, very akin to alchemist fire, sticks on all of you but Bess, and you take 24 damage total, I believe it was, except for Bess, who takes 12. Unless you... Let's see. And take... damage. Yeah, unless you take an action on your turn to scrape off the fire or duck and roll or do something to get rid of it, you will take more damage. All right,
Wow.
Bess, it is your turn.
Trying to think of something good to do here.
Well,
'Cause
you're the only one who
nothing I'm
saved.
doing is helping. I'm going to try to banish it. Does
Okay,
that count as a creature, or does that count as an object?
that's a really good question. Let me find out for you. That is where it is going to count as a creature. So you could attempt to
Okay.
banish it.
Sweet. I would like to do that. I believe it's a charisma saving throw.
Can do, and your save DC is something
17.
decent. 17. Okay. Give me one moment. Put my dice back. Alrighty. Charisma saving throw. Oh my. Okay. Wait, it's a 17 DC.
Yeah.
It couldn't possibly succeed. So you cast it, and as the fire is spreading throughout the area, and you see all your friends start to burn, it out of existence. But there is no poof. You know it will return in a minute.
We have 1 minute to come up with a plan, you guys.
I scream.
Yeah,
and scrape the
everybody,
fire off of
everybody
me.
screams and immediately
Yeah,
takes,
so-
pats out the fire. Alrighty, I'll take those symbols off of you guys. You have 1 minute. What you do?
I could accelerate it off the edge.
There's the chance that doesn't work.
I know.
I say. I don't honestly know.
How did we defeat it last time?
You guys got on top of it after we exposed it, and you started tossing coins.
Dumping shit into its gears.
Yes. However, it seems like it's spewing fire. So my guess is 6 get on top of it and start dumping some alcohol on it, and hope and run.
Clock's ticking.
I hate this idea.
So do I. Honestly, do you have a better one? Honestly, I'm open to all ideas right now. I'm terrified.
Oh, it's me? I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm just moving. When it comes back, it's gonna be your turn. We're moving next into initiative.
okay.
But
Gotcha.
My thoughts is either light it on fire and see if it pops, or run. Hope it doesn't find us.
Do we think we can grab enough diamonds in the remaining time we have?
I don't think so.
you can certainly try. But with all this time you spent talking, Bess, you estimate like 20 seconds left.
No. I am going to prepare a guiding bolt at level 1.
I'm just gonna hide over here in this corner and wait. That's what I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna prep a fireball
Okay.
just in
You
case.
want to like duck around, if you duck around behind it here, you can gain some cover.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I am going to hide behind this with a guiding bolt level 1 prepared.
Okay.
So when it pops.
It is just about to come back, so everybody. So Bess, you are hiding behind cover. Doran, you move back and prepare a spell to hit it with. Alistair, 6, what are you doing just before it comes back?
I'm prepping a fireball.
Are you gonna stay in that spot?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't need to move.
6.
Holden, I pull from my backpack
Oh no.
and I consume potion number 1.
Okay.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I don't know what he's doing. Give me one moment.
Jason. So you're committing career suicide.
Let me
Maybe.
find my. I gotta go back in my session notes here and find this.
Is now the best time for this?
It might be.
Okay, as you shout out, is now the best time for this? He looks back at you and says in a language you don't understand. He says something in guttural like. And 6, you realize, oh, wait, actually, what languages do you know?
Infernal. Let's see. Under skills, right? No?
Background.
Background. Languages. Oh, Common, Elvish, Infernal, and Undercommon.
Okay, you now know Sylvan, Primordial, and Draconic for 1d10 days. Please roll me a d10.
It was worth a shot.
Was it?
6.
Okay,
Alright,
for 6 days, please mark down, just add that you know those languages. I will keep track of how long the
Can you read
the
them
day.
one more time for me?
It was, I said, Draconic, Primordial, and Sylvan. You now have as well. Shit, now I gotta pull up my calendar and make a note that
What?
on a
What?
certain day you'll
You're-
lose those languages.
What a terrible move. What?
Listen, man, I kind of respect it though. Either he he learns a bunch of languages out of nowhere, or maybe he grows 10 feet taller and is super buff.
Wasn't one of those
was the thought.
potions? Wasn't one of those potions extreme flammability?
Yep.
Yeah. No, there's some bad stuff as well.
Hey, this thing just spit hot fire that stuck to us. All right,
Yeah,
let's take the chance. Do you
that
remember?
would have sucked.
Do you remember which one did that?
Definitely not number 1.
Oh yeah. All right.
Sylvan. Okay, just needed to make a note there that's when you lose those, and I will let you know.
Jason, yeah, they're fucking worst.
So as it comes back, Six looks back and says something in a language you don't understand, and it reappears behind him. And Six, you whip back. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Full attack.
Oh well, I'm sorry. You're right.
What?
Excuse me. Sorry. People had held actions. Thank you, Blake. Yeah, I know you were gonna say that. Go ahead and let yours loose, and Alistair as well.
High roll, baby.
Guiding bolt, an 18. Let me see here. Oh, let me pull it back up. I have so many things up now. An 18 does not hit.
What the fuck?
Fireball. Well, okay, it's gonna make a DC. Actually, it doesn't need to make the dex save. As the fireball engulfs all around you, Six, you as it dissipates, you see this thing just red hot now, heated up. Doesn't seem bothered at all by the fire.
Oh, yeah. No, I should have thought of that one. Durr.
So, with that, as all these spells are cast around you, and you look back at the spider, and now it just looks intimidating and hot. You're gonna go ahead and attack it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Here it goes. We're gonna go fist, shoulder, headbutt.
All right. You're using a key point. 12 misses. The 25 hits. 19 just hits, and the headbutt misses with a 10, and that one.
Okay.
So it's going to take 13 bludgeoning damage as you start flailing around, and you watch now. It's moving much more quickly, and its legs and its body is just like mechanically whirring around some of your hits, but you managed to land a couple. I forgot to do this before, but Alistair's fireball reminded me, so I'm not gonna do it to you. I'm not gonna make up for it, but you do take. Oh, okay. You take 1 point of fire damage for each of the times you hit it, as your knuckles are singed. So you take 2 damage there.
All right.
It's meant to be doing that the whole time, but I forgot, so I'm not gonna retroactively damage you.
Copy that.
So yeah, you do take that damage. Anything else?
Nope. That's my full
Okay.
round.
Let me do that. Alrighty. It is starting to look a little beat up, not quite bloodied. Alistair. Your turn.
Yeah. I'm like, well, duh, of course fucking fireball's not gonna work. Cast Ice Knife.
Ice knife.
Ice knife. Okay. Feeling okay. Make a ranged spell attack.
At level 3, so I'm gonna add 2 more d6 to that.
Okay.
Had something for this.
You do need to make a ranged spell attack though, which was not on there.
Oh,
There it
true.
is.
So that's what roll? D20 plus what?
Your
Ice knife.
spellcaster.
Yeah, D20 plus you should have to hit modifier on your page here. I think by default it's your spell casting. Here, let me take control of your sheet here for a moment. I'll write it down for you. So your new is that, so it's 5 plus your proficiency. So I believe you should have a plus 9 to hit. I'll put that on the front of your sheet there.
Gotcha, thank you.
Yep. So okay, and a nat 20. Okay. Blake, remind me. I'm sorry. Is it default rules or is it homebrew that spells can nat 20 do double damage? Is that a homebrew thing or is that default? I don't remember.
I thought
That's 3-5.
You know what? Until I figure it out, I'm gonna fucking allow it. So it's going to land, and you originally did 3 with the piercing. That is magical. So it will take the 6 double damage from that. So as the ice knife pierces into it, 6, you see this bolt of ice just land in it, and you're like, uh-oh. And then you see it start to glow, and then 6, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
No,
Because
I need
you
to
are
make
within
a
5 feet of
dexterity
it.
Saving throw.
Yes, or you will be taking 20 cold damage. The creature will make it as well. No, if it hit, it's gonna take it anyway, right? No, it still makes it. Okay. Okay, it fails. So the creature is going to take 20 cold damage as this exceptionally powerful bolt of ice swings in. 6, you're only going to take 10 ice cold damage as it explodes in your face as well.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, 6.
Yeah, but you do notice that that dealt a hefty blow to the spider and left another hole in it where the ice is now melting magically and fire is spouting out of it.
All right.
And it is almost bloodied. Doran, your turn.
I go, fuck me. I'm gonna cast just another chaos bolt at it,
Okay.
which is not gonna hit.
17 does miss. So another chaos bolt whips past you 6. It goes right over your shoulder, and you just hear it coming up behind you. You just duck quickly and look back up just in time to Doran, anything else?
Give me a second. Different creature. I rolled the same number, so as you guys flows out, another one would shoot off and hit the wall because
Alrighty.
I rolled 2 3. So if there were 2 creatures, I would have gotten to roll a free hit on the other creature. But no, I don't think I have any cantrips that don't do fire. Nah. I'll use 2 sorcery points and cast infestation.
30. Okay. All right, DC 17 con. It rolled a nat 20.
All right, so
Does it-
nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
It's a cantrip.
Okay. Valiant attempt, but as you blast all your magics at it, nothing seems to be working as it 6 that bolt that Doran launched, it went right over your shoulder. You duck down quickly and get back up just in time to see this creature rearing up and bearing down upon you.
Wouldn't have done damage even if I hit it with fire damage. So
Real
even
fast
if I,
before you.
even if I got a nat 20, it wouldn't have done damage.
That last 10 points of damage that I took, that was for making the dex save, right? And I have evasion, so I don't have to take those 10 points.
At all, or is it just halved again?
It just says when you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex save to take half damage, you instead take no damage.
So you take no damage.
And only half damage if you fail. I forgot about that. That's handy.
How
All
often
right,
do you get
cool.
to use
Thank
that
you.
again? Just always?
It's just evasion. It's a
God damn it.
a thing
Okay,
that's
deck
on.
stuff. Fucking monks. Well, that's
Hey,
not even a
Hal-
monk thing. That's just a
I
dex
was gonna
thing.
say Hal had it too.
Yeah, Hal did. Yeah. I'm getting what I deserve for doing that to you. Okay. So yeah, no, you do not take damage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
For keeping track of that. Yeah, but you do look up just in time to see it bearing towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That I can do. Theoretically.
In general, yeah.
There. Flavor text.
A 15 is a failure. Damn, you're
Okay.
you're missing all your dex saves. That's nuts. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It starts it with a burst of energy. It flies towards you, and okay, as it bears down upon you and pushes you 5 feet forward, and bears down on top of you. You are going to take. Let's see here. 6. Oh, low rolls. Okay. You're going to take
Does
20.
evasion come into this one?
No, because you
Okay. Missed my-
was a dex.
You take.
You said on a success you can still take half, right?
Yeah.
Or is it a reaction? Because if it's a
It
reaction, you already
is-
used that.
It's a monk feature.
But do you need to use a reaction to use evasion? Does it say as a
I am
reaction?
Looking.
Okay.
It doesn't say that. It just says when you are subjected to an effect.
Just at all times? Okay. So you're only going to take 12 bludgeoning damage, I guess. As it bears down on top of you, and it pins you to the ground as well. And is also going to launch that lightning flail at you. So that's just a hit, and now that you're grappled, it gets advantage. That is a 21 to hit. I think that just hits you?
That hits.
Okay.
Yeah, it does
Just
hit.
making sure. 6's AC is crazy. Yeah. Is it a 20 now?
It is 20.
Yeah. Okay. But that does hit you, so you are going to take Let's see here. Oh, wow. 26 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As well as... Oh, God. 28 lightning damage.
Uh-oh. I'm unconscious.
Those were almost max damage rolls. Holy shit. I am sorry, my man.
That's okay.
To be fair, it rolled hella low on the initial damage, though. So, whoo, wow. So 6 is unconscious and is being grappled by this massive spider creature. And that is its turn. That is everything it can do. Bess, as you're taking cover behind these large crystals, you look around and see 6 lying limp under this creature now, battered.
Great. I'm gonna use my 6th level spell, and let's see here. I can see 6, right? Is he within 60 feet of me?
Yes, you can see him. He is pinned, but you can see him.
Oh, sick. I'm gonna give him 70 hit points.
Okay, so 6, you're sitting there, you're battered, you're knocked unconscious, and then like 2 seconds later, and you look back up and you're still pinned, but you feel a lot better. But oh god, this isn't good still.
All right.
I'm gonna cower just a little
Thank
bit
you.
more.
But you do have another. You do now have 1 point of wounded condition again. I will make a note of that. Wounded again. Okay.
Wounded again. Rude.
Like he just got that back, and now okay. Yeah. So you get a hefty heal from Bess from behind cover. Was that it, Bess?
Thanks, Bess.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do but cower more.
Okay. 6, you're pinned down. Everything aches, but you're feeling back in it. What are you gonna do?
I am going to, I'm going to throw a tantrum and simultaneously kick both feet and both fists just upward.
You just okay.
Yeah,
Is that how you're flavoring
using
another
another-
key point? Flurry of blows.
exactly.
Okay.
Another key point there.
All right.
And fist, foot.
Okay.
Oof, that one. Tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well-
So you do have 2 hits on there though. And initially you are going to you are going to take this time 11 damage of fire to your fist for hitting it.
11 for fire. Okay.
Yeah, the first time you got 2 1s on 2 d6s.
Nice.
This time
Okay,
this
11.
time you got a 6 and a 5. The dice are really being erratic tonight. But you do hit it twice as you just all 4 hits, but you feel one of your left foot and fist impacts deeply into it where it's already been damaged and corroded away by your comrades. And you do a couple of hefty blows for a total of 19 damage to it. And you're
Copy that.
it is officially bloodied.
Excellent.
Alrighty. Anything else? I suppose you can't use your action to squirm out anymore.
No, that's what I
6
got.
is just like, God damn it! All right. Alistair, what you gonna do?
Much as I hate using it,
Blight
it's
again?
the only thing that's worked.
Okay. It's a con save, I believe. Ooh, that is a 13, so it does fail. It's gonna take 39 necrotic damage. Good God. Okay. It is not looking good. You see 6. You have to as rust starts to fall down and like the corrosion of it starts to like fall onto your body and into your face. And as you're pinned there,
6,
all you can do is like whip your head around and. I mean, you're not gonna get sick, I guess. So.
Can I bonus
That's
action
true.
prestidigitation his face from here?
Realizing that, I opened my mouth.
Yeah. Seeing that, do you still do it? Do you still press the
Nope.
digit? Okay.
I'd like to prestidigitation the rust back
wait.
into his mouth.
Isn't prestidigitation an action?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. It's not a bonus action.
Oh, you're
It's
just asking if
knock
just
his
for
face,
fun
you
you
know?
could. I would say
fucking do it.
just for fun, why not? Because it's not gonna harm anything. But then you see that and you're like, okay. Guess you watch 6 literally eat rust. Doran, it's your turn.
Rust.
It's a talent.
I
The
guess
sex
I
talent.
cast infestation on him again.
Okay. DC 17 con. That is a nat 20. I'm sorry, dude. I think it's rolled 2 nat 20s on saves on you.
Cool, that's my turn.
I'm sorry.
With poison damage though, would it even affect it? It's made of metal.
That's a good question that you have not learned the answer to.
Oh, that's true.
Dude, I've hit it once this fight, so
I know constructs don't get hit by poison damage, so that's the only reason I think of it.
not all constructs do. Some do. You don't speak for all of them. I've played constructs like against people who have.
You don't speak for all of them, Isaac.
Yeah, sorry, my bad, bud.
I've played constructs specifically that do take extra poison damage just to spite people.
All right.
Congratulations, I believe that's something you've created.
No, it's not. I don't. Not everything I use is homebrew.
Nope, suck my dick.
All right, 6. At the start of its turn, it is going to.
Eat your house. Everything's homebrew.
You watch a mechanism open up at its belly where it has you pinned, and hot fire spews down onto you. And because you're grappled, you
spell?
cannot. What? No.
Okay.
No, this is just a mechanical thing it can
Like,
do with its super hot
Counterspell, it's
body.
mechanical. You just see Alistair point at it, the thing closes back
And
up.
6, you're going to take 18 points of fire damage as it
Okay.
just spews fire onto your chest. Yep, not fun. And then the one most in the open, Alistair, you watch as its scorpion-like tail, the flail goes inside of it, and all that is left is a large gaping hole like a barrel of a gun, which starts to glow. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
You are certainly the worst.
10 is a big fail. So as it opens up, you hear and a blast of electric energy pulsates towards you. And
She goes, "Whoa, that's so cool."
yeah, pretty much. As you take, that's cocked. Let me reroll. That was cocked. There we go. Oh, okay. As you take 24 points of lightning damage, as well as 11 points of thunder damage as this blasts into you, and you also fall 5 feet back and you are prone.
Oof.
This just unimaginable blast of electric and thunderous energy just and echoes throughout the cavern as you fall back. That's its turn. Bess, what are you gonna do?
Oof.
I'm gonna banish it again.
Okay. Seeing that Alistair is really not looking good, and knowing, because I've told you, it literally, here, I'll fucking roll it. Ooh, 19. Wow, what a great roll, but it still fucking fails. And so you just poof it out of existence again. And you know, and there's not a pop, so you know 60 seconds, it'll be back. What are you guys doing?
You should move.
I assume Alistair gets up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Alistair a 3rd level cure wounds,
Okay, so you move
and
over
I'll
to
roll
him.
for that just a minute.
Yep, you're good.
I'm going to set down 2 of my bladed butterflies, the 2 that have the shatter on them, right where it's going to come back and go. You guys should stand 20 feet away when it comes back.
6 remeasures and backs up a little more.
You see 6 just pointing at the ground like, no, okay.
So, and then I'm going to ready my action to cast shatter.
Okay,
So I'm going to scream the code word and then cast shatter at the same time.
all right.
For a
Alice,
triple shatter.
yeah, Alistair, you're prone and you're on your back and you're like, oh, you're really not good. You kind of like sit up as Bess comes over, grabs you and holds you up a bit, and you see her put her hands to your chest in that magical energy. There's a big black scar, like literally like a. Have you ever seen somebody who was hit by lightning? What their scar looks like?
Yeah.
It is a really cool pattern, and you have that blackened across your chest. And as she lays her hand on your chest, that starts to recede back. Not fully, but it starts to recede back. And you swear for a moment as you're looking up at her, like her hair was black. And you just shake your head like, no, what? And her hair's blonde again.
I push your hand away. I go, "This is a I want to keep this. This is cool."
I look at Bess and go, I really haven't done much since this thing showed up. I've hit it like twice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to hiding.
That you
So,
can do.
I'm going to hope that maybe this works with my little booby traps, and maybe I can make myself appear useful.
I'll
going-
stand by to make it poof away again.
I'm gonna ready frostbite, which is a cantrip, but I'm gonna point my cane at it like a gun and mimic it.
You absolutely can do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all set
Still
with our
sitting.
ready to actions.
No, I did get up.
Okay,
Yep.
we're all set with our ready to actions. After
Should I drink another potion? I asked Doran.
No, I don't know what happened to you, but given that you're not big, buff, and like burly, but it didn't kill you, we're gonna count our blessings.
Okay, so he learned what? Primordial, Draconic, and
Sylvan, but you don't know that.
okay. What did he speak in?
Yeah.
Primordial is what he spoke in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have that one.
Neither do I.
In Sylvan, I say something very beautiful that is essentially telling you to remove your own member and fuck yourself with it.
I don't speak Sylvan.
Damn, that sounds beautiful.
I know.
Sylvan is. It has been described. Yeah, that's perfect.
I do speak Elven, but
Well, then the thing is, I've always kind of because Sylvan is just basically like very ancient Elven, right?
Elven is just boneless. So.
So I think like you kind of like get the idea. You think he mentioned a phallus?
I kind of look at him and go, "You kiss your mother with that mouth."
I respond, no, but I tongue blast yours with it.
And with that, as you're trying to decipher what he said, the spider comes back, and you all.
I
You'll go
got
ahead.
shatter and shout, "Fucking shatter!" which is the code word to set off the bladed butterflies.
Yes, it is.
Because
So
Doran
90-10.
Doran is a very simple man. Yes, it is 90-10. If he fails.
Wait, 90-10. This is the bladed butterflies.
I
And
know,
they each.
because I had two separate shatters and then my individual cast of shatter.
Right. 90. Okay, what's he got to roll?
It is, here's my shatter, my individual shatter.
Okay.
It is a D8. It is actually a 3D8 of thunder damage.
Right.
I
Okay.
thought it was 2d10.
No, it's 8.
He just barely makes the con save on that one.
Okay, this is the second.
Okay, so
And
that
this
was
will be the
only
third.
8 damage on that one?
Yes, but he'll take half.
Okay, so he'll take 4 there. He'll make a separate one for each one. The second one, he succeeds a bit better, so he'll take half again.
Hold on.
Yes.
A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, and metal has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay, let's go back and roll that first one again, just to be sure. No, it rolled better that time, so it still succeeds on the first one, taking 4.
Good.
We'll roll
Thank you
again
for
for the
reading
second
that.
one. Thank you. Good call.
Yeah.
I had that on Asco, and I never got to use that, and it pissed me off.
This time, because you mentioned that, on the second one, he does fail now. Or it does, I guess. So it's taking 21 thunder damage total so far. Disadvantage on the last one. Wow, that is 2 nat 1, so it's a big fail. So that is 31 thunder damage as Dorn yells, "Shatter!" and right then, 31. It as you yell this, a few of the spidery legs crumble onto the floor, and it looks like it's having a hard time moving. I think Alistair, you had a ready to action as well.
I had frostbite.
Frostbite. Okay, why don't you cast that?
Maybe he'll do just as much damage.
Okay, make a con
10 cold
save.
of the con save.
That is a 20 on the con save.
So 5 damage.
So 5 cold, and you watch as one of those legs that is broken freezes up a bit. Did anyone else have anything readied? I don't think anyone called anything out other than that. So,
I did not.
with that,
It's
as this thing is
cowering.
literally starting to get on its last legs, Bess, what will you do?
Literally. 6, we're keeping this one.
I hope so.
If you can get it
I
out
guess
of
I'll
you.
try to knock it with another second level guiding bolt.
Okay, roll to hit.
Holy shit.
What?
Why am I so tired? Probably because I didn't sleep.
That
last
would-
night.
That'll
That
do
would
it.
Make sense.
Don't worry about it.
Damn, the dice are not in your favor tonight. Didn't you roll like a 3 on the last one too?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, you cast another guiding bolt, and it shoots in between the legs as it starts to crumple, an unlucky shot. Is there anything else for you?
Nope.
Okay. 6.
How many hit points does it have left?
Enough.
That was worth a shot, Jason.
Yeah, I know. All right. What do I have left? I have. All right. Can I pause until the end of the round, please?
Are you holding an action?
Yeah, I would. Yes. Can I? Yes.
Okay. What are you holding? What are you readying?
I am going to. Fuck.
I'm going to fuck.
The
he
spider?
moves over and seductively
As he
grabs
should.
Bess around the waist. It's time.
Ah, so
That's what
he's
I'm
the
talking about.
bard.
Is there like a rock near me?
The
rock hard.
The floor is stone, but
I pick
not.
up a stone and hurl it.
Okay. Sure. Make
Alright.
a ranged attack. So just
Ranged
a d20
attack
plus
is-
your
I-
dex.
Yeah, identical to my regular. So
And
I'll just fist it.
I don't know that I'd say you have like proficiency in throwing rocks, but it doesn't matter. You rolled high enough anyway. For 28.
I'll just fist it.
That will be 13 damage. Okay, so you hurl a
Fist
rock.
that
You just like,
spider.
fuck it, I don't want to get burnt again. You hurl a rock at it and you watch it tung, and like a of rust falls off of it as it hits it.
Yeah, I might need to re-roll that damage because that's my fist damage. Which is
Oh,
a die 8.
I
The
was-
rock
yeah,
is
this would be like
probably
a-
what die 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's going to be something plus 5. Well, I should get a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so 6. All right,
That
maybe
is
it's not-
really
bad,
not,
not bad.
that is
Yeah, so it's
really
just a
not
puff
four.
of rust.
I go, okay.
Yeah, you watch 6 just grab a stone and hurl it. Alistair, your turn.
I'm just gonna frostbite it again.
Okay. Okay, it'll make another con save. That's a 15 on its save, which I believe fails.
Yep, 9 cold.
So it takes 9 cold, and you watch 2 more of the legs start to freeze up.
You
Okay.
just fucking die already?
I mean, it's not looking good. Doran, what you doing?
Guiding bolt.
Sure.
Damn it.
17. Oh, uh-oh. Hold on. Whoops. I accidentally tapped back. Give me one moment.
Ugh.
Sorry. I did a goof on my end. But yeah, 17 does not hit. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So you
that's
watch
not
another
bad.
fly around it.
You know, I think I've hit one actual to hit.
Yeah, the dice are not in your guys' favor tonight. Its turn, but based on how much damage you've done, what can it do? I guess it can, it's gonna thunder cannon again. As the last person to attack it, was
Don't do
Doran
this.
with something physical.
Okay, it does.
As
do
it
this.
flies over, Doran, you see it turn its attention to you. I need you to make a dex save.
Good at that.
Round
Yeah,
of
I'm not
6.
good.
Okay, Doran, I don't think you've been hit yet, have you?
I have.
Have you?
I got hit by the fire.
Oh, that you did. You are going to take 35 lightning damage, as well as 15 thunder, and you're going to fall back almost to the end of the map and
How
be
much
knocked prone.
Thunder. How much
15,
thunder?
I think it was. So 45 damage total as you knock back as well, as its cannon aims towards you. As it seems, it's having a hard time moving, and having hit you and being knocked back. Where's it gonna go? Who's it gonna go toward? It's gonna try to crawl toward one of you. What's its speed now? I need to. Hold on.
2.
It's at the final stage, so 10 feet. Okay. It's going to turn, and I'm just gonna roll a d3 and see which one of you it's gonna move toward. Or d4 minus the 4. 1. Okay. So it starts moving toward Bess, not knowing that there's a thing there because it's dumb as fuck. And it enters your spell, Bess. Is there a save it has to make?
Dex.
A dex save. Okay.
Yo, Holden, your camera's fucked up.
My camera?
What? Oh,
Yeah,
the
you-
little bottom thing.
Yeah, little bottom bar.
Oh. Also, I have to do that. Whoops. Thank you. I didn't notice that.
It's
'cause I did
funny.
reload.
Oh,
That
shit, I don't have
is
Twitch open.
a 16 on its deck save.
The DC is 17, so it takes 20 radiant damage.
Oh, okay. So here's how this goes then. It blasts Dorn. You guys watch him fall back, and Dorn, you have that same like spider web blackened scar across your chest as you fall back, and it turns over.
I don't, because that wouldn't be visible.
Right. I mean, it happens, and then you can just quickly. No, it doesn't.
The second it happens, I go.
Yeah. You're like, nope. I'm beautiful. It turns, looking, and you see it scan all three of you, deciding which to attack. And it sees Bess kind of just hiding behind one of the rocks. And Bess, you see it lurch towards you. And as it crawls towards you, several of its legs fall off, rusted and frozen. And it starts to just inch its way towards you as it goes through your spell. And you see the cannon start to ignite once again. And then you watch as your spell takes effect, and Mistra's arms hug it and completely crush it. And it crumples to the ground lifeless.
My spider!
I cough up copious amounts of blood. Fuck off!
Let's finish getting what we need and leave as fast as possible.
I'd appreciate that, actually. I don't feel the hottest.
Okay. There's another portal over here, guys.
Don't care. As I start to grab more diamonds and cough blood off away.
I'm gonna keep a watch right here.
Okay, this time you are.
I kind of want to take a short rest.
I want to get out of here.
Yeah, I think we should get out before we short rest.
Alright.
I would like to grab. I would actually like to go over before I start looking for diamonds, and look up where this thing came from and see if it's like where it was hiding.
Oh, looking up, yeah. You can. I mean, this is a large cavern, and you can see there are plenty of little nooks and crannies and outcroppings from the cavern ceiling above where it could have been hiding in wait.
Okay, then I go back to looking for diamonds.
Okay.
Coughing blood up all the time.
Yeah. Everybody except for Bess, make an investigation check for more diamonds. Bess, please make a perception check as you are playing Lookout.
Ah, good. I have rolled pretty poor.
Okay. 27. Okay. And a 7 there. Okay.
While I'm looking for diamonds, we should probably invest in some like healing potions or something like that.
Right, so
Oh,
Alistair finds a rather hefty diamond chunk, but you guys are starting to pick this area clean.
Yeah, I'd like to find enough diamond to get the targeted amount and then some for me.
Yeah, so you guys...
I would also like to take some more for Wayland because he thought perhaps larger amounts of this might yield more results. So
Well,
that's also in the back of my mind.
You guys are starting to pick this area clean. The way this is set up is you got 3 investigation checks as a party. So you get 1 more round as a party to look around best. You're not seeing any other threats at the moment. So you guys get 1 more round of investigations. Pooling your stuff together now, you think you probably have roughly about 450 gold worth.
This
Okay.
area is in this little spot here.
As
or is
in-
this area, this section of the map.
As in this map, this cavern, where the diamonds are growing. It appears as though, Bess, since you were making a perception check, even though it was low, looking around, just recalling last time you were here, it seems there were fewer than when you were last here to begin with. It looks
There's
like
another
somebody
pathway up
else
here,
was
too.
here.
Okay.
Maybe around this bend.
6. As I cough up even more blood. Let's finish this area first.
Oh, okay.
Even though you seem fine, I don't feel
Oh.
very good.
I mean, not amazing.
You're better than
Six.
me.
6 did die for a second.
Yeah, but
I was just severely unconscious.
I think every time we fight, 6 dies for at least a few seconds. At this point,
It's my signature move.
at this point, the Grim Reaper and 6 have to be on a first name basis. See you again next
true.
week.
It's Ted.
You mean 6
will
and
be-
Mistra, since Mistra is the one giving me my powers to bring him back.
Yeah, the
That is true.
Grim Mr. Reaper.
Is Mistra the one who claims his soul?
At this point, maybe.
It's just like
A little bit
stop
up for
fucking
grabs.
dying.
She's given
I-
Bess the ability to bring him back so many times from the brink of death. His soul might as well be hers.
That's what I'm asking. I'm asking Bess with a serious face. Like, is he? Does she have claim to it?
No, it's
I
mine.
do owe her a lot, I say. You know what? That plants a seed in Six's head there. Just so you're aware for future reference.
You should fill out a living will about who gets your soul.
I should.
I mean, I know who gets mine. I'm pretty sure. I'm positive Bess knows who gets hers.
Indeed.
Alistair, I honestly don't know.
Okay, that makes 4 of us.
As you guys ruminate on whose soul belongs to whom, everybody else can make your final investigation check to look for diamonds, except for
Come on,
Six, who
baby.
already rolled it for a 24.
Do you need me to roll another perception? Or...
If you would like to keep watch, yes.
I just can't stop rolling high investigations.
Yeah, I mean, I've rolled poor as shit tonight,
20.
and it sucks.
Okay.
It's about time I have a good fucking session.
You guys continue. You're quite certain you've cleared this area out of diamonds, and as you kind of catch up with Six, who was up. Oh, let me get rid of that little mark on you. Who's Six, who was up further north into the cave. Where the hell did I put Alistair? Where's Alistair?
Oh
I
my
think I'm
ass.
still in the beginning. Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. Sorry, you just
flying.
blend into everything.
Yeah,
As you guys
it's 'cause
push
I'm
up,
gray.
and to reconvene with Six. Firstly, you guys are pretty sure you have about 750 gold worth maybe by now,
Son of
after you've kind of
bitch.
cleared the area out. But as you make it here, Best, with your 20 in perception, you notice this, which is out in the open. But what you really notice is, oh, you don't recognize this area. If this is trapped like the rest, you have not triggered it before.
So we need to take care of the dude here.
Or we go back a different direction.
It's not as much fun.
You guys do have
We-
about 750 gold worth.
What do you
Uh,
think, Doran?
I cough up a giant like blood clot onto the ground. And I look
Hey.
at look at Six, and I walk over slowly and take the helmet off. The same way I did last time. Just take it off.
Okay. You grab the helmet.
Over the edge.
You just take it off. Like, there's a moment where he touches it, where there's just a dead silence, and everyone's like, huh?
And I throw it over the edge.
He just slowly... Yeah! He tosses it away.
And I go, why didn't we do it this last time? And I start throwing the pieces over the edge.
Sure.
And then I take a step back, and I pick up a rock, and I'm going to throw the rock at the eye from 30 feet away.
Okay.
I'm going to tell everyone else to back the fuck up, because I don't know what the eye is going to do. And I'm going to wait for everyone's permission before I set it off.
Do it!
Alistair, says the dude.
What's the worst case scenario?
Bess?
I mean, whatever.
Okay. You toss it over, and though there is no longer... Here, let me get rid of that. Here, though there is no longer a piece of armor there, you toss it over, the eye begins to glow. And you wait a moment, and you all hear echoing throughout the cave from down deep below. And you don't know what's happening, but you've angered something down there.
I get a little closer.
Mm-hmm. The
Okay,
eye is glowing.
I step on it.
It's still glowing. And you can
I
see...
go over here.
It appears there is one more area with some more diamonds in here.
There are some more diamonds in this area. Doesn't look
Me-
like much of anything else.
Can you be very quick?
Oh, you know I can.
Then be quick, and let's run.
6, would you like to be quicker?
Don't waste any more magical energy. Let's just be quick and get out of here. We don't need that
You hear it getting closer.
That is fair. All right. What would you like? What would you have me do? Shall
you
I
guys are-
roll a
it-
speedy investigation check?
Yeah, if you're trying to just get a bit more before you guys book it. 18.
The
Okay.
douche.
With that, you're pretty sure your combined pile now is probably somewhere around 825 gold worth.
All right.
I start to
Let's book it.
go very hastily towards the exit.
All right, you guys start to make your way back toward where you came as you hear a as it's starting to get closer, wherever the sound is echoing from. As you guys
Wait,
make
don't
your
we-
way,
Don't we have to use one of the portals to escape? Didn't we just sort of appear at the entrance here?
Yeah, but we knew we could exit because we did the trick with the helmet.
Oh, that's right. That is right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Because we took the first thing we did is we took the helmet in and out of here to see what would happen.
That's right.
I kind of just skipped over that portion because like you've done it before. But yes, with about 825 gold worth, you think, of these diamonds. You guys hastily make your way out as the cries of this creature, whatever it may be, echo throughout the cavern, and you quickly make your way out and find yourselves back outside with your 825 gold worth in diamonds.
All right.
I don't like that place.
Well, that was a trip and a half.
I look at Alistair. That's where we had our first fight.
Was it?
Yeah, because I walked off an edge.
That's right. Idiot.
I still stand. There could have been an imaginary bridge there. 'Cause
All
that
right.
would've-
In
that
any
would
case,
have been that would
There
have been
wasn't.
cool. I know. There would have been better ways to test that.
shall we
As you exit, kind of
continue
looking
this
around,
momentum?
a storm begins to brew, and it's looking like pretty foul weather. So it's hard to tell the time, but you guys would estimate it's probably anywhere between 1 and 3 p.m.
Maybe the rain will temporarily knock down some of the hysterium haze.
Maybe it'll wash away the pains of yesterday.
Maybe it will.
Nice.
I didn't have anything else.
I don't know. Remember what song that's from.
It's like
Shall we-
rain on your wedding.
Shall we head toward ground zero then?
This is
We need to sleep.
bloodied still too.
Yeah. Right.
I'm a little bit worse than bloodied.
I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
you're specifically
same,
coughing out all
but-
of yours.
I've seen better days.
Back to Shine Bright then. I've seen better days. Been the star of many plays.
If you guys want
What?
to continue your momentum, or however you want to handle this, I mean, you have several options. You know the Hopkins Mill is nearby. You know there are tons of abandoned
sort of a-
buildings. You're next to the slums of Direwood, so if you wanted to make your way into the city and just shack up in any random house, you could try that, or you could make your way back to Shine Bright. It is up to you.
Do we want to check on them? I look at 6.
I'm kind of avoiding that area for the moment.
I mean, eventually you're not going to be able to.
That's true. I just maybe now's not the time.
I say we head that direction. I don't want like backtracking. The more we backtrack, the higher likelihood of ambush.
Well then, let's not do that. Let's find a place around here and shack up for a rest period.
Find a place around here. Alistair, you can set us up a little sneaky hidey hole.
Yes.
I
There
can
is that.
I can alarm us with alarm. It's a magic spell that alarms.
Well done.
You're the worst.
Okay. It
Um,
has been very recently, you guys, to take a long rest, so you won't be able to take the benefits of that for another, 6 hours, I will also mention.
So we can at least short rest and get some health back.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely.
So let's not set up. We can just sit for a few hours, 2 hours. How long do we need to sit for a short rest? Give me a time.
An hour.
All right, we'll sit for an hour and a half, 45 minutes, and rest.
Copy that. I'm going to short rest.
All right, are you doing that in the slums of Direwood, or are you just kind of sitting at the entrance of the place here and just chilling in the rain?
I thought a slum house.
Yeah, so
that-
don't short rest yet.
A house that we checked thoroughly.
Okay.
21.
All right. So you guys are gonna make your way
5,
through
6, 7,
the
8,
entrance
9, 10,
here.
11, 12,
and attempt to find a place to somewhere in the slums of Direwood to just hide out for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Are you just
Slum it
rushing?
up.
Are you rushing in, trying to find a place quickly? Are you sneaking in? What are you doing? You're just walking in casually.
Looking
Hey,
for
this is our house now.
looking for a place that looks not too run down, that like rats would inhabit it, but run down enough that we don't think that people would expect us to be there.
Okay. That doesn't quite answer my question. Like, how are you going about going into the city, though? So I imagine you're just going through the gates and finding, like, you're just looking on this first block. So it's not going to be a long journey.
Not casually,
But you know the whole
business
city is infested with rats.
Hyper cautiously.
We're cautious, yeah. We'll be decently keeping watch, looking around, business as usual, looking around.
I'd like everyone to make me both a perception check and a stealth check.
Squad, you know, that's what we are, you know, some suicide squad. That's it, huh? What's some type of suicide squid?
Suicide Squid. That was at the end of Watchmen.
That's a good film.
Okay, so for perceptions, I
It's
got
good.
18,
I need to watch that film again, Jason.
23, 24, and then 18.
Really good film.
Okay, good perception checks. And then for
You're not
stealth,
stuck in. I'm not stuck
19
in
and
here with you.
21, and 11
Stuck in
and
here
18.
with me.
Okay. And finally, I
My
need
name is-
one person to roll a d6.
My name is Rorschach. I have daddy issues.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Did somebody do it?
I didn't.
Whoever does first, I don't know.
Whoops! I pushed the wrong button.
What was I pushed the wrong button? The fucking
Wow.
air horn just goes off.
Wow. Okay, with
That's
those
epic.
stealth rolls, that d6 roll, and the perception checks, here's how this goes. You guys, it's not too far away. You make your way over to the Mages Guild Tower entrance into the city of Direwood, checking carefully around for any signs of larger hordes of rats. You know that typically, in fewer numbers, they will not attack those they perceive stronger than them. So you make your way in immediately. The heavy storm is in fact dissipating some of the hysterium fog around.
Okay.
But it does smell of rat in here no matter where you go. You guys look around in the slums. There are plenty of, because this area is relatively far away from the blast zone, it's not as heavily impacted. Most of the places aren't destroyed but just run down. You can spot several houses where it seems rats have torn it apart for fun or made nests there. So you divert to the left a little bit to the next block over and find a corner house that's like buried deeper into a block, so it's not right on the road. You make your way inside, looking around, being careful, being relatively quiet. You make your way into a small 2-story house that's probably just like, you'd guess like 400, 500 square feet total between both floors. You make your way in and use the mostly functional door, close it behind you, without any trouble yet. You guys have found
Okay.
refuge just within the slums of Direwood. And here you may...
Would you guys like me to set up my little room?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Then I will cast it in a second here.
Sure thing. As he does that, you can all, if you're planning on sticking around for like an hour and a half, you guys can all take a short rest and take the benefits of it.
Thank you.
Your sire.
I do that.
Go ahead.
1.
Okay,
I
private
thought so.
sanctum.
31.
Okay.
Not enough. 2. That's better.
Okay.
3.
So as you guys spend your hit die and huddle down for a little bit, hunker down just a bit, keeping watch for any roving bands of rats, making preparations for making your way to ground zero next.
That is, I believe, the plan.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to discuss or do during your short rest at all?
I'm assuming that I am the person who's gonna have to head in there.
Well, you are immune to
Not
the effects
immune.
of the hysterium.
Resistant.
Resistant.
Very
I-
resistant, but yeah.
I took a lot of fucking damage, guys.
And how are we all doing on spell slots?
I'm fine.
Okay,
I only used like level 1s.
got you.
I'm
I
s-
haven't used any.
You haven't- I'm still going, by the way.
You do know you guys did witness Bess cast some of her higher level magics.
That is true. Should we wait until tomorrow morning?
Boom! I'm at full health, guys. All it took was all 12 of my hit dice.
Oof.
I only needed 6.
Bess, are you going to be rolling hit dice? Are you doing that on D&D Beyond or?
Yeah, I'm doing that on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I'm
Daddy
sorry, I didn't
Beyond.
hear whatever else you were saying.
Thing is, as far as we're concerned right now, we still have the edge.
Okay.
I don't want to wait.
Okay.
So I
Then
don't
let's
think,
not wait.
Bess, I want to hear your opinions because you are the one who used stronger magics
I'm sorry, my opinion on what?
on if we should wait for the morning to go into ground zero.
No, let's go now.
I mean, I am going to be separate from you guys, I believe.
We shall see when we get there. Splitting up isn't going to be the best option, I hope.
Nope,
All right.
I don't.
Well,
think
as
it-
we get closer, we can just decide that.
I have no quarrel with whatever people want to do. I want to get this over with.
Okay. So it sounds like we're leaning toward heading out as soon as you guys finish your long rest. Or a short rest,
Sounds-
rather.
Sounds good.
Okay. So as you guys hunker down in this small house in the slums of Direwood, sounds of lightning and thunder, mostly thunder because lightning doesn't... Thunder is never mind. The sounds of a
Lightning
storm.
sizzles.
Lightning sizzles, sure. The sounds of a heavy storm battering down upon this small house. For some of you, maybe calming. For some others, not so much. As you hunker down for a little bit to gather your strength and make a sort of plan, we will come back next time as you guys make your way to Ground Zero in Direwood to hopefully collect some of the OG hysterium that Malcolm has described to you to finalize your gathering of the components for Power Word Truth. So that is where we will pick up next time.